Hello, friends. Today, we will go on an exciting journey through the deepest lakes of our planet. These reservoirs are not only striking in their scale, but also hide many secrets and mysteries. Let's find out which of them are real natural wonders, and what interesting facts are hidden at the bottom. Fasten your seat belts forward to the depths. 15th place, Lake Tahoe 501 meters. Located on the border of California and Nevada, Lake Tahoe is considered one of the most famous and picturesque bodies of water in the United States. It is located in the Sierra Nevada mountain range at an altitude of approximately 1897 meters above sea level. This lake attracts attention with its amazing blue color and crystal clear water, which maintains its transparency due to the cold climate and low population density along the shores. Tahoe has a glacial tectonic origin, and its history spans millions of years, which makes it a unique object for scientific research. The maximum depth of the lake is 501 meters, which makes it the second deepest lake in the United States, second only to Crater Lake. The significant depth is explained by the tectonic fault that formed this body of water. The lake is surrounded by dense pine forests and picturesque mountain peaks, which creates excellent conditions for recreation and tourism. In the summer months, lovers of water sports such as kayaking, sailing, and fishing come here. In winter, the lake becomes a center for ski tourism due to the many resorts in the area. The area around Tahoe is rich in flora and fauna, including rare species of plants and animals found only here. The lake also has an important cultural and historical significance for Native Americans. For the Was and Paiute tribes, it has long been a sacred place, symbolizing the harmony of nature. Lake Toba, 505 meters. Lake Toba, located in the north of Sumatra Island in Indonesia, is rightfully considered one of the most amazing natural objects on Earth. It is not only the largest volcanic lake in the world, but also one of the deepest freshwater lakes. It was formed about 74,000 years ago as a result of a catastrophic eruption of a supervolcano, which left behind a huge caldera that filled with water and turned into today's Lake Toba. Today, the lake covers an area of about 1.45 thousand square kilometers, making it the largest body of water in Southeast Asia. The maximum depth reaches 505 meters, which is impressive even against the background of other famous lakes in the world. The water in Toba is crystal clear, and the surrounding volcanic mountains covered with dense forests create a picturesque landscape. Amazing peace and quiet reign here, which attracts both tourists and those seeking solitude and peace. In the center of the lake is a large island called Samosir, almost comparable in area to Singapore. It was formed as a result of the rise of the caldera floor, and is a unique place in terms of culture and history. The island is still inhabited by the Batak people, one of the indigenous peoples of Sumatra, who have preserved their ancient traditions and customs. Tourists visiting Samosir can get acquainted with the Batak architecture, see their traditional houses with high roofs decorated with carvings, and hear legends passed down from generation to generation. Quesnel Lake, 511 meters. Located in western Canada in the province of British Columbia, Quesnel Lake is one of the region's natural wonders. This tens of kilometers long body of water attracts attention with its crystal clear water and the surrounding majestic mountain ranges and dense forests that create a truly breathtaking landscape. Situated in the central part of the province, the lake, due to its remoteness from large settlements, retains its purity and tranquility, which makes it attractive to both tourists and scientists. Quesnel Lake is impressive in its size. Its total length is about 100 km, which makes it one of the largest lakes in British Columbia. The lake is divided into three branches: northern, southern, and eastern, each of which has its own unique ecosystem and climate conditions. These branches join in the central part, forming a single body of water surrounded by picturesque landscapes. The maximum width of the lake reaches 8 kilometers, and its jagged shoreline creates the impression of a labyrinth between water and land. Quesnel Lake is also considered one of the deepest lakes in North America, with a maximum depth of about 511 meters. It is fed mainly by glaciers and numerous mountain rivers flowing from the surrounding ridges, which ensures a constant renewal of water masses and maintains the purity and transparency of the water. Lake Hornvent 514 meters. In 12th place is the easy-to-pronounce Lake Hornvent, located in western Norway. It is Europe's deepest lake, with a maximum depth of an impressive 514 meters. Lake Hornvent is of glacial origin, as is typical for many bodies of water in the region. Thousands of years ago, when the glaciers retreated, they left behind deep valleys that eventually filled with water. As a result of this process, the lake acquired its unique shape and considerable depth. The water in it remains exceptionally clean thanks to the numerous mountain streams and springs flowing from the surrounding mountains. Geographically, Hornvent stretches from east to west for several dozen kilometers and fits harmoniously into the harsh Scandinavian landscape. Its coastline is jagged, and in some places steep slopes rise, which makes the lake not only attractive to tourists, but also difficult to develop. The lake is home to a variety of flora and fauna typical of Norwegian freshwater ecosystems. The forests around the lake are home to moose, reindeer, and small mammals, making the region valuable for conservation. Lake Buono's Aries, 586 meters. Lake Buono's Aries, also known as General Carrera, occupies a special place on the border of Argentina and Chile. It is the second largest lake in South America and one of the deepest on the continent, reaching a maximum depth of about 586 meters. It is located in Patagonia, a region famous for its harsh nature, majestic mountain landscapes, and glacial valleys. Buono's Aries is of tectonic and glacial origin, formed by the action of glaciers that deepened the Earth's crust and left behind deep basins filled with meltwater. The lake covers an area of about 150 square kilometers, of which about 970 square kilometers are in Argentina and the rest in Chile. On the Argentine side, it is called Buono's Aries and is located in the province of Santa Cruz, while on the Chilean side, it is called General Carrera and belongs to the region of Aries. One of the most famous attractions of the lake are the marble cathedrals or marble caves. These unique natural formations, created over thousands of years, attract tourists from all over the world. The caves are located on the Chilean side of the lake and are accessible only by boat. The water washes away the marble, forming amazing shapes and colors that vary from bright blue to deep turquoise, depending on the time of day and the angle of the sun's rays. These caves are considered to be some of the most beautiful natural monuments on the planet. Lake Matana, 590 meters. Lake Matana, located on the island of Sulawesi in the province of South Sulawesi, is the 10th deepest lake in the world with a depth of up to 590 meters. This lake is surrounded by tropical forests and mountain ranges, which gives it a picturesque view and ecological value. Matana was formed as a result of tectonic activity, when the movement of plates created depressions in the Earth's crust that were then filled with water. The water in the lake is exceptionally clean due to the low content of suspended particles and organic matter. The biodiversity of Lake Matana is also noteworthy. One of its symbols is the apu fish, and there are also several species of shrimp, crabs, and shellfish that are endemic to the region. Research shows that the isolation of the lake's ecosystem has contributed to the evolution of unique species. Lake Matana is an important resource for local residents. The water is used for domestic purposes, agriculture, and fishing, which remains a key element of the region's economy, providing a significant portion of the population's food. Crater Lake, 594 meters. Crater Lake, located in Oregon, USA, is the 9th deepest lake in the world with a maximum depth of 594 meters. This crater lake is the central attraction of Crater Lake National Park, attracting tourists from all over the world with its exceptional beauty and unique geological history. The lake is famous for its crystal clear water and deep blue color, making it one of the most picturesque bodies of water on the planet. The crater was formed about 7,700 years ago by the eruption of Mount Mazama. After the catastrophic eruption, which destroyed the upper part of the volcano, a caldera was formed in its place, which gradually filled with rain and melt water. This process took several hundred years, and unlike many other lakes, Crater Lake has no inflows or outflows. The water comes solely from precipitation and snowmelt, which helps keep it clean and clear. Since there is no water coming in or out of the lake, the level remains relatively stable. The lake is surrounded by high, steep slopes of the caldera, rising up to 600 meters above the water level. These slopes are covered with dense forests, mainly coniferous trees such as Douglas fir, spruce, and pine. There are numerous hiking trails around the lake, allowing visitors to enjoy panoramic views and explore the rich flora and fauna of the region. There are 2 islands on the lake, the most famous of which is Wizard Island, which is about 230 meters above the water level. Tourists can reach the island by boat and take a short hike to its top, where there is a stunning view of the lake and the surrounding landscape. Great Slave Lake, 614 meters. Great Slave Lake, located in Canada's Northwest Territories, is one of the country's most significant bodies of water. This large freshwater lake is the second largest of Canada's lakes, and is the deepest lake in North America. The name comes from the Dene slang Native American people who live in the region. The Great Slave Lake has a maximum depth of an impressive 614 meters, making it the deepest lake in Canada and the second deepest in North America. The lake is also quite large, measuring 469 kilometers long and 20 kilometers wide. In winter, the lake surface is covered with a thick layer of ice that can reach several meters in thickness, making it impassable to water transport for much of the year. However, in the summer, when the ice melts, the lake becomes an important transportation artery, connecting remote northern areas of Canada with more densely populated southern regions. Lake Isk K, 668 meters. Isk K, located in Kyrgyzstan, is the true heart of the Tian Shan, and one of the most unique bodies of water on the planet. This huge high mountain lake is located at an altitude of about 1,607 meters above sea level, and attracts attention with its crystal clear water and picturesque landscapes. Isk K is considered the second largest salt lake in the world, second only to the Caspian Sea. The lake is of considerable size. Its length is approximately 182 kilometers, and its width is about 60 kilometers. The maximum depth of Isk K reaches 668 meters, which makes it one of the deepest lakes on Earth. This depth is due to the tectonic origin of the reservoir. Despite its high mountain location and harsh climate, Isk K does not freeze even in winter. This is due to its salinity and the presence of geothermal springs that feed the lake. Due to these features, Isk K has become a popular year-round resort, attracting tourists not only from Kyrgyzstan, but also from other countries. In summer, you can enjoy swimming and salt baths, and in winter, skiing and snowboarding in the surrounding mountains. The areas surrounding the lake are home to many rare species of plants and animals, making Isk K an important site for the conservation of biodiversity. Lake Nyasa, 706 meters. Lake Nyasa, also known as Lake Malawi, is located in southeastern Africa and is the third largest lake on the continent, behind Lake Victoria and Lake Tanganyika. It stretches across 3 countries, Malawi, Mozambique, and Tanzania. The lake's name comes from the Nyasa people who inhabit its shores. Lake Nyasa has a maximum depth of 706 meters, making it one of the deepest bodies of water in Africa. The depth varies depending on the location, with the deepest areas concentrated closer to the central part. The lake is famous for its exceptional biodiversity. Its waters are home to over 1,000 species of fish, of which about 700 are found only here. The landscapes surrounding the lake range from mountain ranges to tropical forests and sandy beaches, attracting many tourists, especially those who enjoy ecotourism and water sports. In addition to its natural and cultural value, Lake Nyasa is an important source of fresh water for the region. However, the lake faces environmental challenges such as pollution and overfishing, requiring measures to protect and sustainably use its resources. Despite these challenges, Lake Nyasa remains one of Africa's most significant and unique natural sites. Lake San Martin, 836 meters. On the border of Chile and Argentina is one of the most picturesque and remote lakes in Patagonia. Lake San Martin, known in Chile as Lake Higgins. This unique body of water is surrounded by the majestic Andes, which gives it a special charm. The lake is of glacial origin and amazes with its turquoise water, distinguished by its purity and transparency, which makes it popular among tourists. Despite its remoteness, one of the outstanding characteristics of Lake San Martin is its considerable depth. In some places it reaches 836 meters, making it one of the deepest lakes in South America. This depth is due to tectonic processes that form this unique basin surrounded by mountains. The lake extends for 525 kilometers and has a complex shape with many bays and islands, creating a variety of landscapes, which is especially attractive to photographers. The climate around the lake is harsh. The winds typical of Patagonia can be very strong and unpredictable, adding an element of extreme to travel in this region. However, the lake and its surroundings attract adventurers, including climbers who are looking to test themselves in the wild. Lake Viedma, 900 meters. Lake Viedma, located in the southern part of Argentina, is one of the largest bodies of water in Patagonia. Its area is about 1,088 square kilometers, and its length is more than 80 kilometers. This lake is located in the province of Santa Cruz and is located at the foot of the majestic Andes, which gives it a special picturesqueness. The lake is of glacial origin and is fed by the waters of the Viedma Glacier, one of the largest glaciers in the world. The depth of the lake reaches 900 meters, which is explained by the centuries-old activity of glaciers that cut through its bottom. The water in the lake has a bright turquoise hue, characteristic of glacial waters, due to the presence of finely dispersed rock particles. Due to its considerable size and depth, Lake Viedma plays an important role in the water balance of the region, providing fresh water to the surrounding areas. In addition to its picturesque landscapes, the lake maintains its natural beauty and purity, making it an important object for protection and study. Caspian Sea, 1,025 meters. The Caspian Sea, the largest landlocked body of water on Earth, occupies a unique position both geographically and historically. Despite its name, it is technically considered a lake, as it has no direct outlet to the ocean. It is located between Europe and Asia, washing the shores of 5 countries: Russia, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Iran, and Azerbaijan. The water in the Caspian Sea is salty, but its salinity is significantly lower than in the world's oceans, which create special conditions for various ecosystems. The maximum depth of the Caspian Sea reaches 1,025 meters and is concentrated in the southern part, closer to the Iranian coast. At the same time, the northern part of the sea is much shallower, with average depths of about 5–6 meters. This difference affects the distribution of temperature and salinity of the water, creating unique living conditions for many species of fish and plants. The Caspian Sea is famous for its rich biological diversity. Its waters are home to unique species such as the Caspian seal and sturgeon. The coastal regions have always been important centers of fishing, which remains a significant industry for the countries washed by the sea. In addition to biological resources, the Caspian Sea is also an important source of oil and gas. Its shelf zones are actively developed by oil companies, which entails environmental and economic risks for the region. The Caspian Sea has significant cultural and historical significance. Its shores were home to ancient civilizations, and it played a key role in the development of trade and cultural exchange between Europe and Asia. The region has also been strategically important to various empires and states over the centuries. Lake Tanganyika, 1,470 meters. Lake Tanganyika, located in East Africa, stretches along the borders of 4 countries: Tanzania, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Burundi, and Zambia. It is the second largest freshwater lake in the world and is the longest lake on the African continent, reaching a length of over 670 kilometers. This body of water has a tectonic origin and is part of the East African Rift, which explains its impressive size and elongated shape. Lake Tanganyika has a maximum depth of an impressive 1,470 meters, making it the second deepest lake on the planet after Lake Baikal. The lake's biodiversity is astounding, with over 1,500 species of living creatures living in its waters. The lake is surrounded by picturesque landscapes, from steep mountain slopes to green valleys and sandy beaches. These natural beauties attract many tourists, especially ecotourism and diving enthusiasts, who seek to enjoy the underwater world and the unique nature of the region. The shores of the lake are inhabited by various ethnic groups, each with their own cultural traditions and customs closely linked to the lake. These cultural aspects, along with its natural resources, make Tanganyika an important and unique site not only for Africa, but for the entire world. Lake Baikal, 1,641 meters. In first place, of course, is Lake Baikal, located in the southern part of Siberia. It is not only the largest freshwater lake by volume, but also the deepest on the planet. Baikal contains about 20% of all fresh surface water on Earth, which gives it unique significance on a global level. The lake stretches for 636 kilometers in length and reaches a width of up to 79 kilometers, surrounded by picturesque mountain ranges and forests, creating a unique landscape. This attracts both scientists and tourists. The maximum depth of Baikal is 1,642 meters, which makes it a record holder among all lakes in the world. Baikal is home to many unique species that are found nowhere else on Earth. The most famous of these is the Baikal seal. The lake is home to over 3,500 species of plants and animals, about 70% of which are endemic. This makes Baikal an important natural site and a unique laboratory for studying evolution and biological processes. Lake Baikal is included in the UNESCO World Heritage List and is considered one of the most beautiful places in Russia. Its shores are decorated with picturesque villages, Buddhist shrines, and unique landscapes that attract many tourists all year round.